Please come.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Please sit down.
Thank you, sir.
Dr. Ajay,
Yes, sir.
okay, please tell us something about yourself.
Sir, my name is Dr. Ajay Doke. I have completed my MBBS from KM Hospital, Mumbai. I have worked as a COVID intern during COVID pandemic. Thereafter, I worked as a medical officer in Primary Health Center. Then I worked as a house officer in mobile health unit in a tribal area. I am passionate about working in rural development. So this is all about me, sir.
And hobbies?
Sir, my hobby is reading English novels, and I like to stay fit by doing jogging and meditation.
All right. Rural development is your passion.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Very interesting. So, can you tell us what is the number of villages in India?
I'm sorry, sir.
Can you tell the number of villages in Maharashtra?
I'm sorry, sir.
Can you tell the number of villages in Palghar?
I'm sorry, sir. I don't know the exact number.
Okay. What is the role of Gram Sabha in Panchayat?
So, Gram Sabha is a main decision-making body in a village, and it involves many village elders who are elected by the people. In nowadays, anyone can be elected in the Gram Sabha, and with the help of Gram Sevak, they plan and implement various programs of the government, especially in developmental area.
Is there any financial devolution to panchayats?
So there is financial devolution from central and state government that is done
Directly from center to panchayats?
No, sir, not directly from. It is firstly done to the chief Zilla Parishad, and then thereafter it is done to the block level and then Gram Sabha.
In which areas panchayat can be financially independent? Can you tell some areas where they can execute works and be responsible for everything?
So first thing is that they can collect property tax, house tax. Additionally, they can collect the water supply tax, and the proceeds generated from this, they can use it in maintenance of these services.
All right. Do you think we talk of generative AI a lot? We talk of AI boom. Do you think it will impact diagnostics in the coming decade? And if yes, how?
Yes, sir, definitely it will impact the diagnostics, specifically in radiology and pathology section. In radiology, usually we can use image recognition technology to identify the illnesses through by just looking at the X-ray sheets or X-ray panels, CT scan or MRI panels. Similarly, in pathology, biopsies are used, and there are also like image recognition technology can also be used there, and they can help in maintaining accuracy of the diagnosis, and they can improve the health outcomes of the patient.
No, but can you tell a technology that is under beta development at the beta stage and it's yet to be rolled out by a major software company? What is the development in the diagnostics?
So I remember reading about this technology that is being used by Tata Memorial Hospital.
No, you are not getting. You are not really getting there. Okay, and while looking at the statistics, do you think the mental health wellness should also be addressed in the country now?
Yes, sir. Mental health issue has been a problem for many years. However, it has been increasing in recent years, especially with the advent of social media and its impact on health of the youngsters and even the those unemployed section of society. So I think
All right.
it's important.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Ajay,
Yes, sir.
our External Affairs Minister, Mr. Jaishankar, has written a book, Bharat Matters. Why Bharat Matters? If Bharat matters in international relations, let us talk about Indian Ocean and how India is navigating its foreign policy in the turbulent Indian Ocean and Pacific connectivity.
Yes, sir.
I
So,
mean South China Sea.
so Indo-Pacific as a region is a quite broad region, and it's very significant from strategic point of view, from economic point of view, and even defense point of view. So, government has through its various policies like Sagar Doctrine, which is short for sustainability and growth for all in the region, and Indo-Pacific policy, and groupings like Quad. It's trying to ensure freedom of navigation in the Indian Ocean region. Uh, Although India does not have much stakes in the Pacific Ocean region per se, and specifically South China Sea, but India is still engaging with the members of the Quad, and Quad itself has been made more inclusive by.
How code has been inclusive, more inclusive?
So first thing is by saying that Quad, its primary aim is to ensure free, open, and inclusive Indo-Pacific. So although it contains only four countries, but it is open to other countries as well. So that's why I believe that it is an inclusive institution.
But how India can protect its interest using its foreign policy instrument? What foreign policy instrument helps India to ally or make court and also navigate through turbulent international relations? Like, let us say, Russia, we can manage Russia. We have a good relationship. Hamas, we have a relationship. We have relationship with Israel. We have relationship with Iran, Iraq, all countries, USSR. How it is possible? It
So
never happened so. We always either with Russia or we have relationship with even China.
yes. So today's era is of multipolarity. So India does not believe in single pole or two poles per se. So that's why India engages with all the countries in.
Okay. Foreign policy is dependent on what? Why we need a foreign policy at all? What are we going to achieve by that?
So, in the era of globalization, India's interests are linked to other countries as well. In fact,
What is India's national interest? Having a foreign policy, what is its interest?
so its primary interest is to ensure prosperity, security for the people of
Okay,
India and
how
other regions.
prosperity is good, but prosperity is not possible unless you have certain requirements. You have to meet certain requirements. What are those things? Sovereignty is more important, or Vasudeva Kudumbagam is important. What is important for India? Economic prosperity is important. Territorial integrity and sovereignty is more important. What is more important?
So, from.
India wants everything, welfare, this, that. What is the most important thing? Let us say India China relationship.
So, I believe that sovereignty and territorial
Okay,
integrity.
okay. So,
Welcome, Mr. Ajay.
Yes, sir.
You are a doctor. See, yesterday there was news, a day before yesterday also. This Tata Memorial and IIT Bombay, they were doing something on the oncology field, and now drug regulator has approved therapy. Which therapy they are talking about?
So, they are developing CAR T cell therapy,
So
which stands.
how revolutionary this CAR cell therapy is?
CAR T cell therapy is actually very revolutionary because specifically the last time I read in the news that one patient got completely cured of blood cancer. So, especially in cases of resistant cancer patients who do not respond to other conventional therapies, including the bone marrow transplant therapy, they can immensely benefit from this. However, its cost is quite high currently, so it needs to be reduced so that accessibility and affordability can be improved.
Okay. You tell me, I wonder many times that when I go to hospital, the doctors in OPD wear white overcoat,
Yes.
and doctors in OT wear either blue or green. Why?
Uh, so they wear green or blue in OT because often everything is white in the operation theater, and that can create certain cognitive dysfunction. And because there is excessive reflection of light from white coats, that's why white is not used in the operation theater. And that's why we choose green or blue colors in operation theater. However, I don't know why we use white per se in PTs.
Okay. Another reason for this that they come into contact with the blood, so it doesn't look good on the why something is spilled over on the coat doesn't look good on white. It's blue becomes neutral.
Yeah.
Okay, 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 fine. Tell me, you were also to do MBBS studying gynecology. Also, why there are no male gynecologists? There are many male gynecologists in anywhere else in the world, but here we don't have many male gynecologists.
So as far as I have read, there are more male gynecologists in India, and
There
even
are
in only in
okay,
recent years that females have been entering in this field, because we see that many inventions that have many modern surgeries that are brought by gynecologists are actually male gynecologists in India, and this feminization of gynecology has been happening in last 2 or 3 decades, I think, but mostly it is dominated by males. And currently, there has been a shift that males are not preferring to gynecology field, and that trend is quite recent and not
okay,
older one.
okay. Now tell me, what is the size of our economy right now?
So currently, our economy is of I think 3 point.
Okay,
Just
three
check
point
my
something or somewhere there. But uh, when did we reach dollar 1 trillion?
$1 trillion. I'm not sure, sir.
Not sure. And when we'll become Viksit Bharat in 2047, what would be the size of the economy then?
So the exact number has not been spelled out by the
But
Ministry.
the Viksit Bharat has certain criteria, developed nation. So by that
Yes.
standard, what should be the size of GDP by that time?
So as far as I have read, the size is in terms of GDP per capita,
So
and
what?
that should be more than $13,000 per person. And also, a human development index will be considered in deciding whether India has become the biggest Bharat or not.
$13,000 per person multiplied by number of people, you will get the size of the economy also.
Yes, right.
Okay, okay. Tell me, there is one quote that if you get something free, then you are the product. What does this mean?
Yes, sir. It is often used in terms of social media usage. Often services provided by the WhatsApp, Instagram, they are free of charge, and often many people believe that we the companies are paying us, but actually the companies are using us as advertising products. They are advertising things to us, so we are technically the product.
Actually, recently there is believed that there is a rise of right-wing nationalism. You understand the term right-wing nationalism?
Yes.
In many countries across the world. What is the reason of this phenomena?
So I believe that this left wing phenomenon has been there, means progressive phenomenon has been there for many years before this, and the kind of development that people were hoping has not achieved. And in fact, there are certain problems such as the locals are not getting jobs, or the immigrants are taking away the jobs of the locals, especially in countries like United States and Europe. And that's why there has been a discontent among the people, and they are voting in the people who support the right wing ideology.
Oh,
And they believe that they will safeguard their interests. And that might be the reason why this is increasing.
okay, thank you.
I think you mentioned the Tata Memorial Hospital.
Yes, sir.
Tata Memorial Hospital plays a leading role in setting up the National Cancer Grid.
Pardon, sir?
National Cancer Grid.
Right, yes.
Correct. What exactly is that?
So, National Cancer Grid contains CT scans and imaging data of all the patients who have come to be cancer patients, and that their data will be used to train the AI model to detect various cancers. Yeah. And that algorithm will be developed and it will be deployed all over the country.
Anything else?
Pardon, sir?
Anything else?
So I don't remember other things.
All right. KEN,
Yes, sir.
King Edward Memorial. Who was King Edward?
So King Edward was the King of England, who was also the Emperor of India.
There have been multiple King Edwards. Edward 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Which Edward?
King Edward VII.
7. He was Emperor of India from when to when?
So I remember that he was in the beginning of 20th century. I don't remember
1901
the exact.
1901 to 1910.
Thank you, sir.
Correct? Uh, you are a tribal,
Yes, sir.
a doctor, and has worked in a tribal area.
Yes,
Correct? Now let's take another doctor who's not a tribal, has also worked in a tribal area.
yes.
Now tell me, will the outlook of both the doctors towards the healthcare needs of tribals be different or not?
So I believe that it would not be any different because many I have seen that many doctors are, irrespective of their background, are very passionate and they're
No, it's
very
not about passion. It's about understanding of the need.
okay.
I'm not talking about passion. Will the understanding of the needs be better?
So I believe that it will be better if someone is a tribal who has
Exactly.
suffered
Why do you
from
think
that.
that? Exactly.
Because in my case especially, I live in the village area. I have experienced all the things that people go through since childhood and
Good.
let's say
That was my question. Good.
yes,
My last question to you. We have all kinds of rights, right to life, right to liberty, right to this, right to that, correct?
yes, sir.
There's one new right that I've been reading about for the last 1, 2 years. It's the right to be forgotten.
Yes.
What is that right?
So, right to be forgotten was first recognized in the European Union, and it says that, especially in the social media, where you have all the data about yourself, you should have right to be forgotten, meaning that you should have right to take that data down, delete it,
Done.
modify it.
If I have the right to life, do I have the right to die?
Uh, it has been a controversial question, and
Your opinion.
okay, my opinion, may I take a few moments?
Yeah.
Sir, I believe that if I have a right to live, then I have a right to die with dignity.
Right
And
to die. Forget dignity. I don't want to live.
if it's a general right to die, then I don't support
No,
it.
no. Thank you very much.
It is one medical bill away from pushing away to poverty. The plan was used.
Yes, I did not read it. But
Okay. There was one government agency which said this. India is more 51%, to be very specific, 51% Indians, approximate 51% Indians are just one medical away from getting pushed into the poverty. What government is doing for this?
So there have been many schemes. For example, in rural area, there is Manrega scheme which provides employment to the people. It increases their incomes and provides livelihood for a short term period. Also, many times due to catastrophic expenditure in health, they are pushed into poverty. So that's why Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana, which is a health insurance scheme, has been launched by government. Then government has also launched a National Rural Employment Mission, whereby the women's self-help groups will be trained to create an entrepreneurship, and they will be earning in lakhs. That's the goal that government has set. And Apart from this, I think there are many other schemes that will help in preventing people from getting into poverty.
What are the ethical issues connected to medical bills?
So there are many ethical issues. First is the consent, which is often not taken in many cases. Second is confidentiality and maintaining privacy of the individual.
Okay.
Uh, Third would be to give therapy that are not just efficient but also safe. That is the third medical ethical issue.
Okay, recently Maharashtra investment summit was going on. Maharashtra. If you would be made as in charge of that specific investments, what kind of suggestion you would give? Or let's say you are pitching to the investors. What 5 points you will pitch?
So, the first point I will say that Maharashtra has been a progressive state, and it has the right ecosystem for investment. Second is that it has a high.
Investors are there for a reason. They have checked the Maharashtra's balance sheet. That's why investors are there.
Yes.
Ecosystem वाला कौन handle देते हैं?
Other things. Okay. So the first thing would be that it has high talent pool. Its youth is 60% of its youth is employable. Second would be that it has a better connectivity, especially after the Samruddhi highway that has been created. So it has opened opportunities in Marathwada and Vidarbha region as well. Third would be that the e-governance initiatives have been implemented, and that can improve the governance and help in boosting the economy there. So I can remember three.
Okay, thank you, Ajay.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Okay. So, Ajay, how was your interview in your estimation?
Sir, it was okay, I believe.
Okay. You are understated as it is.
You are one of the best
You
candidates
are
I've seen.
outstanding.
Outstanding candidate.
You are one of the best candidates we have.
I wrote that here. One of
Okay.
the best.
Yeah. And let's break it down. Very well dressed, good personality, right? And just you can avoid keeping hands on the thighs. And sit comfortably.
I mean, be comfortable.
Yeah,
Wherever you
sit
put your
comfortably.
hands.
Yeah, yes. And use your hands if you need to.
So I believe that I can sit like this better because
You have to sit like that.
Do
many
that.
people say that if you do this, then it's kind of defensive gesture.
Are your hands getting marks or you are getting marks?
Just stay natural.
Matter ends.
You see, what the board looks for is the content. And how naturally you are sitting, how comfortable you are, right?
Yes.
And you, in most of the, I think, things, we found that you are an outstanding candidate. There are no two opinions about it. You express yourself very well, cogently, reasonably, and there are no extreme views. You're outstanding. Your knowledge base is outstanding, and you relate with the local problems, right? That's a plus that you have. Okay, and I have no. Are the doctors not cheerful?
They are, sir.
They are.
Yeah.
So why do you look so sullen? That's the only thing I know. I mean, carry a smile on your face when
Yes,
you
sir.
enter. You are looking as if you are going for an interrogation. It's not an interrogation. Okay.
Okay, sir.
When is your interview?
It's on 26th Feb.
So you are
Yes,
perfectly
Perfectly.
prepared for that.
No.
You are ready for that. Just keep an eye on what is happening on the developments around the country
Yes, sir.
and in the world. That's about all. And you are ready for it.
Thank you,
Any
sir.
questions you have?
So I have this question that many times, many even successful candidates say that if you are asked a controversial question, you have to balance your argument. And some of the other candidates say that you should take a stance. So what to do?
What do you say? Forget what others say.
What is your gut feeling?
I believe that we should take a stance and
Absolutely.
Absolutely, yes.
We go with you.
Yes.
Agreed.
The question is asked for you to take a stand.
okay.
That is why such questions are asked. You should take a stand and justify your stand.
You have to take a stand. To support taking a stand, you need arguments, pros and cons, objective as evaluation of the facts.
Yes.
Then you take a stand, right?
Okay.
Some logically, the stand should be supported. Whatever logic you bring, it
Yes.
should be rational, logical,
And
to the extent possible from your. Sir.
mind you that you don't have to be politically correct,
Okay. Yes. Sir.
right? In your whatever line you take, you don't have to be politically correct.
Yes. Sir.
Whatever is your feeling, you go with that, back it up with good logic, and that's it.
Yes. Sir.
Okay?
Thank you. You're excellent.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Okay,
Very
you
good.
can leave now.
Brilliant. All the best.
All
Thank
the
you,
best.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
बटन खोल दिया करो कोड.
Okay.
बटन खोल के आ जाओ, unbutton, button,
None make a
no
difference.
need.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Be comfortable. That's
Carry
it.
on.
Yes.
All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Aram se.